So the inspiration behind this project was a buddy of mine wanted to hide an irrigation pump in his backyard, and his idea was to put in a wishing well. He kind of drugged me into this project, but I gave him a hand anyways, and it was a fun project. So I'll show you step by step with pictures how this was accomplished. So we used a flat mouth shovel to dig down the dirt about 6 inches below grade. In addition, we used a hand tamper to compact the dirt for a tighter base. 8 cinder blocks were used as a foundation for a pre-made concrete slab. All 4 corners were checked to make sure everything were level. We used the existing dirt to fill back in, using a hand tamper to compact that as well. After struggling with this pad from the truck to the backyard, we kind of felt like this thing was heavy enough to hold its own, so we did not fasten it to the concrete cinder blocks, we just laid it in place. Once the pump was installed, we routed the electric and the water feed into the pump. The pump was then tested to make sure that it all worked before we started working on the wishing well. The rain slowed down our progress, but we managed to fight through it and get all the piping done that day. A week later, we started the bricklaying process. We used a bucket to mix the mortar, following the instruction that was on the bag. We actually mixed a lot more than we could work with at one time, thinking that it's 2 of us and we can move really fast. But the issue I found out is mixing too much at one time, this stuff dries really fast, and I found myself constantly adding water to keep it at the right mix. We used a level every other row of bricks to make sure that we were consistent in keeping these bricks as level as possible. So as we wrapped up the brickwork, we used the leftover mortar to go around and do touch-up work on the brick. We filled in any holes or gaps that we may have missed while we was putting this thing together. A bucket of water and a masonry sponge was used to remove the excessive mortar from the face of the brick. We used 2x6 cedar and mitered the corners to create a trim around the brickwork. 2 4x4 cedar posts were anchored to the ground using aluminum L bracket. We used these posts as support for the roof to the well. 2x4 pressure treated wood were used to build a support for a planter box. We cut 2x4s at a 45-degree angle, attached those to the outside of the 4x4 post to give us the roof pitch we desired. The roof was constructed of 1x12 cedar board cut down to size with a 1-inch overhang. The roof board was installed starting at the lower panel first, overlapping all the way to the peak. We did the same thing on the other side as well. An access panel were installed for future servicing to the irrigation pump. My service were no longer needed because I was not invited to help put the finishing touches on this. But I'm not going to be too hard on my friend. He did a good job with the planter box and I'm happy for him. Okay guys, so this is the conclusion of this video. Hope you guys find this helpful in some kind of way. Hope it gave you some kind of inspiration and ideas if you want to tackle a project like this. And again, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and like always, I will catch you on the next one.